Warning: this financial advice is solely for educational purposes only. If you are bad with money and finances, build a positive relationship with your money first. Viewer discretion is advised.
How to teach your child credit responsibility. First and foremost, do not go and open credit in your child's name all willy-nilly. Do not go charging things on your child's credit. In fact, don't even touch your child's credit. We're going to be using your credit, and what we'll be doing is giving them a credit card attached to your account. All you have to do is make them an authorized user. An authorized user is someone who has the ability to use a credit account. They are not the primary holder of an account, nor is it their responsibility to pay off the account. Remember that. As the parent, what you're going to do is make them an authorized user and change their available spending limit. That's the credit limit that they'll have access to from your account. Usually an authorized user will have 100% access to the account's credit limit. We're going to change that percentage. This is great because you can give them a piece of your credit without them having to go out and get their own credit and possibly messing it up. And since it's your account, you can manage and monitor your child's spending habits. For example, my cousin just gave his daughter a credit card on his account and he gave her a limit of $100. Now his actual account credit limit is $10,000, but she only has access to $100 and that's it. He went with $100 for a few reasons. Reason 1, this is his account and his account is his responsibility. If she spends $100 on the card and can't pay him back in time, he is completely comfortable with paying off the $100 himself to protect his credit. And then he'll freeze her card until she does pay him back. Reason 2, she can learn what it's like to have credit and watch it grow. He doesn't use this account much at all, but he can use it to teach her credit responsibility. He can change her credit limit anytime he wants or needs to. If she's responsible and not using the card for frivolous things, or she keeps her utilization low, he can act like the creditor and raise her limit if he pleases. Or he can freeze her card if needed be. He's the owner of the account and the account is his responsibility. Here's a question. At what age can you make your child an authorized user? It depends on the banking institution. Some allow authorized users to be as young as 13 years old. Check with who you are banking with. Now, his child is old enough to legally drive a car. Another reason he also gave her a card on his account is for emergencies, real emergencies. If she comes into car issues, she can call her dad and he can change her available credit limit instantly on either their banking app or by calling the customer service of the car provider. He can either change her credit limit for the day, a week, a year, however long he wants to, or simply do a one-time approval of the charge that's larger than her current spending limit. The choice is his. This is how your child can legally and ethically have a credit card at a young age and start learning credit responsibility. Let's review. First, make your child an authorized user on your account. Second, lower their available limit to a number that you as the parent can cover just in case. For example, $100. Third, monitor their spending. You are now the child's creditor and teacher of credit responsibility. Set up your rules and boundaries for them, such as no maxing out the card, no reoccurring monthly payments for services on the card, and freezing their card for improper use or general punishment purposes. And that's it. Credit responsibility is something that most adults have to learn on their own. Usually people learn about credit cards when they go to college or receive a letter in the mail saying they're pre-approved for a credit card. However, it's not an in-depth education at all. They'll get a card with a high interest rate and start racking up debt without even knowing better. They might not even have a job to even pay off their debt. Credit is a tool that schools do not teach students how to use, and because of that, I'm on a mission to educate. And to all the parents out there, please make sure to protect your child's credit. If they become an authorized user and you as the parent come into money issues and can't pay off the credit balance yourself, take the child off from being an authorized user. The account that they become an authorized user on will report to the credit bureaus and they will receive the whole credit history of that account. This can either positively or negatively affect an authorized user. A good credit history can boost an authorized user's credit score, but a bad one can drop their credit score. This will play a big role in your child's future when they try to get their own lines of credit, in their own name. When you take them off an account as an authorized user, your credit history will disappear from their credit history. Being an authorized user is temporary. Just as long as they're an authorized user, your history will report as theirs as well. When they are no longer an authorized user, your history will no longer report as theirs. It will be gone. Fun fact, you can literally use being an authorized user as a method to getting higher credit limits when applying for personal credit. For example, your credit limit is $10,000 and your child is an authorized user. If they applied for their own credit and they weren't an authorized user, they could get a limit of $500. But if they were an authorized user, they could probably get a limit of $2,000 or higher. This is an example. It's not a definite because there will be factors like job income, current amount of debt, and age of your child when they apply for their own credit. It's a possibility. It's not a promise that their credit limit will be higher, but the chances are greater for them to be if they are an authorized user. Now that you got the knowledge, you can safely start your child's credit responsibility journey responsibly. And that's a win if I've ever seen one. If you like this information, please give it a like. A thumbs up would greatly be appreciated. Another reason to give this video a thumbs up is that if you ever lose it and you want to find it later, all you have to do is go to your history and find your liked videos, and you will be able to see this video once again under your liked videos to reference to, just in case if you want to check it out again. Credit responsibility is very important to learn. Me as an adult, I wish that I would have learned credit responsibility as a kid. I did not have that ability and or luxury. And when I became an adult and I learned about credit, I thought I was doing good until one day I ended up having $47,000 worth of credit card debt that I had to pay off. But I got wise, I understood what I needed to do, and I was able to pay off that $47,000 worth of credit card debt in less than 2 years. I didn't have to file for bankruptcy or use those credit debt consolidators or anything. I didn't do any of that stuff. I was able to find the money myself. I didn't have to get a second job or anything. I literally looked at myself, had a come to Jesus moment, and I was able to be real and serious with myself and paid off $47,000 worth of debt. I also had to figure out, why did I get $47,000 worth of debt? Now I'm in excellent standing with my creditors. But the name of the game is responsibility. We all need responsibility. And teaching your children how to be responsible at an early age is going to take them far. Anyways, y'all take care. If you appreciate this information, you know what to do. And I look forward to seeing you at the next video. Peace.